Hello and welcome back, and today we are doing another greatest song ever, and that is with the band I Prevail. I think this is going to be a very hard video to make because they've got so many good songs which match each other so perfectly well, and I don't think there's too many that stand out above the rest. So I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet. There might be some controversial decisions as we go. Most of the songs are actually in this bracket. There's a couple that obviously have been left out. I think there's going to be a lot of kind of going back and listening to the songs just quickly, just to kind of really get into the frame of mind of which one goes through and which one doesn't. Now my headphones are actually broken. They only work out of one ear at the moment. Not that that's going to affect you in any way, but it's going to affect me. First off, we've already got Pull the Plug versus My Heart I Surrender. Also, the thing is here, very hard to choose between songs because they're really good with like the soft stuff and they're really good with the heavy stuff. So when you have a really good soft song going up against a really heavy song, I don't know who's going to win. With this starting off, I'm going to go with My Heart I Surrender. For some reason, it's on both albums, Heart vs. Mind and Lifelines. Pull the Plug, very good, but I think there's going to be a lot of songs which are very similar and are very hard to kind of individualize, if you know what I mean. So My Heart I Surrender will be going through there. Rise vs Hurricane. Hurricane is probably one of their most general mainstream songs. I think everyone could listen to Hurricane and love it. It is one of my favorite songs off of Trauma. Rise is very good, but I think Hurricane is just a different monster. It's just definitely going to be going through there. Dead Weight vs Visceral. We've got two heavy songs here. Dead Weight is just a great intro, and Visceral is just like, you know, oh yeah, Visceral. We're gonna have to just see how it goes. Oh god. Like this intro for Dead Weight, and then it jumps into it, and then the chorus is so good. Okay, so I mean, there probably is a breakdown somewhere, isn't there? Motherfucker, I'll catch you out! That is good. That is good. That is really good. Visceral. Oh, I see that chugginess though. Are you afraid of the dark? It's a tough one, but I think Dead Weight is going to go through. Like, Visceral, very strong, but Dead Weight is just something else. This isn't fair at all. Oh my god. Let Me Be Sad is one of my favourite songs of Trauma. Like, it is literally one of my favourites. I love a sad song. I love an emotional song. Fuck What You Think You Know is one of the best songs off of Power as well, True Power. So this is not gonna go well. I think either one is just gonna piss someone off. I'm gonna go with Let Me Be Sad. Fuck What You Think You Know, great album, great song, but that's that. Lifelines versus There's Fearing Letting Go. There's Fearing Letting Go is going through because of how much of a strong intro song it is. It's got everything in it as well. One of my favorites off of True Power, so that is going through. Breaking Down, going through over Bad Things. Bad Things is a really good song. It's better than Body Bag as a single, I think, but Breaking Down, it's just got that like sing-along vibe to it, and it is just, this is hard. Trust me, I'm not making these decisions lightly. Gasoline versus Love, Lost and Liars. Gasoline's gonna go through. Love, Lost and Liars is good, but I feel like the template they made that song on, they've made and improved and got better with other songs which have come out more recently. But you know, never forget your roots, but Gasoline's going through there. Dead on Arrival versus Worst Part of Me. Worst Part of Me, I think, is probably one of the better songs. And I like this bit where it's like nice and slow, but it's carrying the emotion, it's got like the heaviness to it. See, beautiful lyrics, and then great chorus. Dead on Arrival, it's slow, got a nice like anthem chant, you can sing along to it. I like the part of rapping side of it. Dead on Arrival is good, it's slow, it introduces you to Trauma, but as a standout song, I think Worst Part of Me comes in clutch there. My Heart I Surrender versus Hurricane. Hurricane's gonna go through. Dead Weight versus Let Me Be Sad. Oh, Let Me Be Sad. Just Dead Weight is fucking awesome, but it seems so far here, the emotional side or the softer songs and the cleaner vocals are going through more than the heavier ones. Breaking Down will be going through. Gasoline versus Worst Part of Me. Gasoline's gonna be going through as well. I can see Trauma absolutely smashing it here. Hurricane versus Let Me Be Sad. Let Me Be Sad has got far enough, I believe. I think Hurricane needs to take over, but Let Me Be Sad will truly have like a place in my heart forever. But Hurricane is just, it's just another level for me. Breaking Down versus Gasoline. Let's listen to a bit of Gasoline, shall we? Oh, I love the chuggy that bit. Nah. Breaking Down, awesome song. Gasoline, now you're going through. So now it's Gasoline versus Hurricane. I'm gonna go with Gasoline here because I think Hurricane, you've got it all, but I think Gasoline is just an absolute heavy fucking song. It's just one of my favorites. As soon as I heard it off of Trauma, I absolutely loved it. So that's definitely going through. Alone versus The Enemy. Now this is something where I'm not too sure which one either one is. I remember this one now. I don't really remember The Enemy. Why don't I remember that? I can't even flip and find it on it now. I've never even put it on. That's weird. We're gonna go with Alone because that definitely does stand out for me. Crossroads versus Paranoid. Paranoid's going through. Like Crossroads, but Paranoid's easy. Low is going through. You see, once again, I think it's because the first two albums were good, but they really stepped up when it came out to Trauma. So everything that they did before Trauma, I appreciate and like, but I think Trauma was the first proper solid album that they brought out, and Low is just, oh, so good. Scars is 100% going through against Outkast. Scars was the first song I actually ever listened to by I Prevail, so it has a very close place in my heart, so that is going through there. Self-Destruction versus Closure. I like Closure, and it has like a very weird electronic vibe to it, which I think is quite cool and experimental for that album. Self-Destruction is just gnarly, isn't it? It is just so gnarly. Not saying it's the gnarliest, heaviest song on the album, but I think compared to these two, I listen to Self-Destruction a lot more than Closure. Deep End versus Bow Down. Now, Deep End, once again, very strong song, very nice and clean song, while Bow Down, I think Bow Down would lose out to a lot of other songs off of the Trauma album. Let's have a quick little cheeky listen to it. See, I remember the guitar coming and then it just like jumps in. When it comes to like heavy songs, I think they just get muddled. There's so many of them. They do so many so well that like it's hard to choose. But I think Deep End is going to go through here just because of how. Listen to it. How's this the same band? It's a proper vibe to listen to. It's a proper vibe. Let's go with Deep End there. Now here is an absolute toughie. That's a weird way to say it, isn't it? Come and Get It is one of my favourite I Prevail songs, and Choke is one of the best off of the True Power album. I don't know what you're going to think here, but Come and Get It, I have listened to this song on repeat so many times. I did a guitar cover on it. I'm going to go with Come and Get It just because it's not the nostalgia tax, but that song, whenever it comes on, I'm just in the mood. I've always said if I was ever to come out on like a ring walk or do any sort of like boxing, which I would love to do, but I don't do it, that would be my song of choice. That's my intro song. So we're going with that. One More Time versus Stuck in Your Head. I think Stuck in Your Head's going to go through, yeah. Alone versus Paranoid. Paranoid's going through. Low versus Scars. Let's listen to a bit of Low, shall we? Oh, this is yeah, it's alright. It's good. It's good. But does it compete with this? Scars. Scars 100% going through there. 100%. Self-Destruction versus Deep End. I'm gonna go with Deep End because I think it stands out a lot. I think Self-Destruction you can put in the same bracket as Gasoline. You could put in the same as like Choke, for example. So I'm gonna go with Deep End here. I think it's more of a standout song. Come and Get It versus Stuck in Your Head. Come and Get It is going through. Easy. Paranoid versus Scars. We've already heard Scars.
I think I'm paranoid.
Scars is going through. We've actually got two Lifelines songs that are still going through here. Come and Get It is going through against Deep End. Deep End, you've done very well, but I think Come and Get It is just... Oh. Scars versus Come and Get It. Scars, the first ever I Prevail song I ever listened to, versus Come and Get It, probably one of my favourite songs ever. It's going to be Come and Get It. Scars, you did really well. Really well. And I knew this was going to be a hard one. And this is crazy. Gasoline versus Come and Get It. The OG... heavy song off of an I Prevail album versus a very solid, strong one. Now, looking at these two together, I feel more together with Come and Get It because it just stands out to me from all the rest. Gasoline, it's got far, it's beat Let Me Be Sad, it's beat Breaking Down. Come and Get It. It's going to be Come and Get It. It's Come and Get It has won. And I'm okay with that. I think it's a very good balance between where they do very nice emotional songs, very nice and heavy songs. Come and Get It has kind of both. Probably more on the heavy aspect, but that's always going to win over with me. It's just not completely brutal. Let's have a little cheeky listen to it, shall we? Let's have a little cheeky listen. Like, oh, that riff coming in. And then, awesome guitar riff. I love it. Got the heavy side of it. that bit, and then chorus. You just feel powerful, like as if you can take on the world when you listen to that song. And that's how I want to feel. I Prevail are one of those bands that I could just put on shuffle in the gym, and I know I'm going to come out feeling like I have gone absolute beast mode and just smashed every PB that I've ever done. As a band, I Prevail are amazing. Their songs are so like varied. They can do everything in it. So it's always going to be hard to kind of like picking the best out of all of them. But Come and Get It, I think personally for me, is always going to be the greatest song that I Prevail has ever done. It also seems to be pretty cool that Trauma, the album, took out most of the competition. I think is probably the best album out of all of they've ever done. True Power is very, very good, but it kind of lacks something that Trauma had. And I don't know what it is, but it lacks something. Let me know what you thought about this video down below. What is your favourite I Prevail song? There are so many good songs that like, it's almost like there shouldn't just be a greatest song ever. There should be so many up there. For me today, Come and Get It wins it. I'll see you in the next video real soon. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time. Goodbye. It's just one of my favorites.